What if I told you the first human on Mars has already been born? What if I told you that within your lifetime, we might witness the biggest migration in human history? Not across borders, but across planets. Because this isn't science fiction anymore. It's not if we go to Mars, it's when. And when we do, everything changes. Let's go on a journey to a red planet 140 million miles away and ask what happens when humans finally set foot on Mars. It starts with fire. The rocket launch alone will be louder than anything you've ever heard. It takes 5 million kilograms of force just to lift off. And the moment the engines ignite, Earth becomes just another background in the rearview mirror. The trip to Mars? It's 7 months, 214 days of silence. No fresh air, no rescue, and no turning back inside the spacecraft. The crew will experience what no human has ever truly faced. Total isolation in deep space. A thin metal wall between them and the void. They'll pass Earth's orbit, then the moon. Then nothing, just them floating through the black. Then Mars appears, a red dot at first, then a giant frozen desert. Atmosphere, barely there. Air, toxic. Temperatures, colder than Antarctica. And gravity, only 1/3 of Earth's. That means every step feels like floating. Every jump goes higher, but also every bone gets weaker. Every muscle shrinks. Because Mars may look beautiful from afar, but up close, it's a death trap. So the first human colony will be built underground. Why? Because Mars has no magnetic field to protect from solar radiation. Standing on the surface for too long is like sitting in an open microwave, slow, invisible, deadly. So they'll dig. They'll build airtight shelters with recycled air, 3D printed walls, and thick shielding. Hydroponic farms underground, using artificial sunlight to grow lettuce, beans, and potatoes, just like the Martian. But here's the twist. Those first humans, they won't be astronauts. They'll be engineers, biologists, welders, doctors, farmers, psychologists. Because you're not just exploring Mars, you're building a civilization. And then comes the real question. What kind of society do we create on Mars? Do we bring Earth's politics, borders, inequality? Or do we start over? A planet with no history is a planet with no baggage. On Mars, your money won't matter. Your status means nothing. What matters is, can you contribute? Can you fix the water pump? Repair the airlock? Grow the food? Because one mistake, one forgotten screw, one system failure, and the whole colony could die. But let's say we survive. Let's say it works. What happens next? More rockets arrive. More people come. The colony grows from 10 to 100 to 1,000. Children are born, the first true Martians. And then something incredible happens. We stop being just Earthlings. We become something more, a multiplanetary species. But Mars will change us, literally. Our bodies will evolve to lower gravity. Longer limbs, weaker bones, thinner muscles. Our voices might change too. Higher pitch, different tone, because of the thin air and low pressure. Even our minds will shift. On Mars, time is different. A day is 24 hours and 37 minutes. A year? 687 Earth days. Your birthday? It'll come only once every 2 Earth years. The sky is a different color. Sunsets are blue, not red. And Earth, that shining blue dot in the sky, is just a distant memory. But what about the dark side? What happens if something goes wrong? What if the oxygen runs out? What if a solar storm hits? What if someone gets sick and there's no cure on Mars? Or worse, what if the crew turns on each other? Remember, Mars is 140 million miles away. No help is coming. If society collapses on Mars, it stays collapsed. The psychological pressure will be immense. Every day will feel like walking on a tightrope over a volcano. But here's the real twist. What if Mars isn't the final destination? What if Mars is just the first step? Think about it. If we can survive on Mars with its deadly cold, thin air, and barren soil, then we can survive anywhere. We learn to terraform. We learn to build underground cities. We learn to grow food in dust. Mars becomes our classroom for the galaxy. And here's where the future gets wild. What if Mars becomes more advanced than Earth? Think about it. No old infrastructure, no outdated politics, just pure innovation. New governments, AI-built cities, fusion-powered colonies. Mars could become the world's greatest scientific lab. Want to test new medicine? Do it on Mars. Want to try a new education system? Mars want to build a city run entirely by AI. Mars, it becomes Earth's mirror, showing us what's possible when we start fresh. So, one day, when a child is born on Mars, and they'll look up at the red sky, they won't dream of flying to Earth. They'll dream of going further, to Jupiter, to Saturn, to the stars. Because the moment we step on Mars, we prove that nothing is beyond human reach. Would you go? Would you leave Earth forever to start a new world? Because someone will. And when they do, history won't remember them as astronauts. It will remember them as pioneers of a new world.